Hello everyone and welcome back to Poppy Seed Mini. Today I'm back in the little miniature Barbie garden that we created a couple of years ago, and I'm just going to give it a freshen up and then we're going to plant some new flowers for the year. Now, if you're new to our channel and you've never seen our miniature Barbie garden video, I'll have the link to that video in the description box below so you can check it out. So, last year I put in these cute little lime green trees, and unfortunately they didn't make it through the winter. So the first thing I'm going to do is, they had a good root system. First thing I'm going to do is pull those guys out. One of the things I added last year was a creeping thyme. I found it at Menards, and it was one of those steppable plants that you like walk on. That's more of like a ground cover, and it's a perennial ground cover. And so I found a fuzzy version and a more creepy low-lying version. So they have come back up, and I'm so excited to see that because they were lovely last year. They get tiny little purple flowers and they're super cute. Now, one of the things I make sure to do every year is I go in and check my bush and see if it needs any trimming, because I'm kind of, doing almost like a bonsai tree where I keep it trimmed and small so that it looks like a real miniature tree. Now, I don't want to clip out everything, but some of these front parts I'm going to snip out. There's just like some little parts that have started growing in here. And of course, if there's anything dead, I like to trim that away. I hope you guys can see this. I know it's a little hard when the background is also green and woody, but I like to keep the front of this nice and open in case I want to take pictures of my dolls in front of the tree. I'm also going to come over here and check on the little miniature pine trees that we planted. And again, I'm kind of looking around to see if there's any dead branches that I need to trim off, or if anything's a little too low and I want to trim that out. If you find a weed, nab that. But other than that, these are the original little pine trees that I planted in the first video, and they are still looking fabulous. Okay, let's talk flowers. Now, my mom and I have a really special greenhouse that we go to every year, and I mean, they have rows and rows of greenhouses. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. We love it. We go with my aunts, and we have a blast, and we take all the kids, and it's hilarious. It takes us like 2 hours to look through everything, and it's pretty crazy. But we find some of the most amazing flowers there, and one of them that I want to talk about today is this one here. It is called a Mecardonia, and I planted this plant originally the first year we did this, and it was one of my favorite plants to work with. So I made sure to find this one again so that I could show you guys and definitely recommend it. It stays really low to the ground, and it has these amazing little miniature yellow flowers on them. So definitely coming highly recommended. Here's another one we picked out for this year. My mom picked this one out. It is a miniature petunia. It's not one of the million bell type ones where They're not really petunias. This one really is a miniature petunia. And I just think the color's amazing, and I will be adding this to the back of the garden this year to just add a beautiful backdrop. Lobelia is always one that I love. It's got tiny little flowers on it. It bushes out nicely, and it comes in some amazing blue tones that I just love to add to the garden. I love mixing colors, but like currently my color palette this year is like blues and pink and yellow all mixed together. So here's another one I had really good luck with last year. So last year I planted moss roses, and they did really well in this garden. They bushed out, but kind of had like, I don't know, like a spiky bush effect for the garden. And these ones are sundial orange. So I guess we're throwing some orange in with our color palette as well. And the last one I'm going to talk about is the Glitz Euphorbia. It gets this like spritzy white, and it's thin, and it's got little leaves. It just seems like a perfect addition to go in back with those petunias. So I definitely thought this would be fun. And we did end up with one set of the Million Bells, which I'm trying to remember their original name because it's not petunias, but I'm not thinking of it right now. So, but their pet name is Million Bells. So yeah, I thought these would be a fun addition. So let's get planting. Now, I'm really hoping that these miniature petunias and the little Million Bells end up looking a little bit like miniature rose bushes back here. Kind of my hope and my goal. So we'll see how it goes. All right. And then I'm going to take that little Glitz Euphorbia and do a little bit in between each of these. Like so. Now, I don't want to overplant because I feel like something I definitely did on the first garden was I overplanted and I didn't space things out very nicely. So I'm trying to only plant a couple things and then let them fill out naturally. All right, I'm gonna add my beautiful yellow flowers right on the very edge so that they kind of spill over onto the patio part of the garden here. Like so. And then I have my Lobelia that I'm going to add in here. And I'm going to add one of those moss roses to the corner. And again, like I said, I'm trying not to overfill the garden like I did originally. I just want to add in what I think is going to fit and then let it fill in over time. Again, I'm adding those beautiful yellow flowers to both sides on the edges. I kind of like when it's very uniform and works together on both sides. You know, just in case you decide to, I don't know, host a Barbie wedding or something and you want it to look symmetrical. And let's see, I still need a moss rose in here. And there we go. So last year, my mom made a beautiful miniature patio set to go in my garden. So I found this, it's a table mat at Walmart, and I thought it made a perfect outdoor Barbie rug. And then, of course, you have seen our patio video, you know about this cute patio set that Mom made for me. In my favorite color, I might add. So don't forget, if you need a Barbie patio set, you can go check that video out. Comes with side tables and a coffee table. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Poppy Seed Mini. We hope you'll like, comment, share, and subscribe. And have fun gardening.